If you're a med spa or aesthetic expert and you want a better, more predictable way of getting quality patients in your pipeline without dealing with marketing agencies or price shoppers, then pay attention. I want to walk you through the exact system that we're using to help med spas and aesthetic experts get 12 premium procedures in only 12 weeks. So my name is Jay. I run Axley.io, where we help med spas and clinics simplify their entire consult generating sales process by implementing proven, pre-built playbooks that just work. So I wanted to share the system that's helping med spas and clinics just like you get insane results. We were able to help Kevin go from barely taking home $20,000 to over $600,000 in only 6 months. We also got Victor from barely taking home $10,000 to over $30,000 in only 20 days. And lastly, we were able to help Rob get from $5,000 a month to over $50,000 a month in only 90 days. Now my goal for you is to help you be able to take home 12 premium procedures in only 12 weeks and to finally own your entire marketing process by these proven pre-built systems that are going to be implemented into your business and that are specific to the aesthetic industry. There's no more spending $3,000 a month minimum on a marketing agency that's just going to give you 1% of their brain power, or even paying per lead on Groupon, or just giving out these tired offers. You finally get to own your marketing and have a consistent, predictable consultation flow where you can be seen as the expert in your industry, because there's no point of being in the industry if you're not going to dominate. Now, I've spent a lot of time looking at the aesthetic industry, and I've realized that most med spas or clinics are in the same exact position. And I came up with a system that takes them out of this rut. So not only any team member, but the owner specifically out of the appointment setting process. So all you have to do is show up to the consultation and close with ease. And it's pretty affordable compared to the time you're going to be sacrificing if you want to do everything yourself, or if you wanted to pay a marketing agency, paying them minimum $3,000 per month just for low quality leads. Now, this is so effective and so affordable that even a broke college kid would be able to implement this within 7 days. And it works with this one concept called leverage. Most owners are way too involved in the sales process, which has taken them away from actually being present in the clinic and providing a premium experience. Now, this works with the one concept called leverage. Most owners are way too involved in the sales process, so they can't be present in the clinic to their clients and provide a premium experience. Now, our system allows the owner to not have to be involved in the marketing process unless you want to be closing the consultations. If you think you're going to be able to scale past $100,000 per month as the owner and you're still involved in the sales process, then you cannot be further from the truth. Now, this is perfect for you if you can close at least 35 to 45% of all consultations that we'll be getting you. You're going to get the appointment flow. You just need to actually start closing to be able to bring in the cash. And even better, we give you the exact consultation frameworks that will allow you to close over 75% of all consultations. Now, I want to run you through a quick story. If this sounds exactly like you, then keep watching to the end of this video. I'm going to go through the system that'll help you never go through this ever again. So this is it. You get your 5th lead from website or Google, and you end up actually booking them in for a consultation. Come day of the consultation, they show up, you're thinking, great, this time I might actually be able to close. You run through the entire process, and at the end of it, you give them the price. And they say it's way too expensive, that the average clinic down the street is doing it for X amount less. And you know that their treatment is super, super expensive. And you know that you're a premium procedure provider, and you know you'll get them the exact results that they need. But you're super desperate, so you end up cutting your prices, and they still don't even close. Now, what I'm about to show you will allow you to generate high intent premium consultations while you're on the beach, while you're at home, or even while you're sleeping. Listen to your market and not your competitors, and finally pass down a legacy clinic and get you to your dream outcome, because this is a relationship. It's not a marketing company. We're not going to service you. We're going to build out the exact proven playbook that gets the top 1% over $5 million in ARR. Now, why did I come up with this? Because I saw a huge gap in the industry where the top 1% were using these exact systems to generate consistent revenue. Now, I want to take these systems and give the accessibility to the bottom 99% so they can scale to where they want to go. Instead of being stuck at the bottom 99% and being average, they can finally be a part of the top 1% and own their local market. Okay, so this is the process that will get you from being in the bottom 99% to being in the top 1% of all clinics and med spas and doctors. So there's 4 steps to implementing this entire system and what's going to get you from where you are right now to being and to going to where you want to go. So it's leads, appointments, clients, and ascension model, something that'll take you from, just being a consultation reliant clinic to actually going into something that's going to be able to scale much past just that point. And you're going to be able to get into models that are going to really propel your clinic past that, $100,000 to $200,000 per month mark. Anyways, so I'd like to start off just by looking at the current state
of all bottom 99% of med spas. And the thing that they most of the time they suffer with is they lack market positioning. So they have a menu-like offer where they're offering all these different types of treatments, and that it really confuses anyone who goes onto the website or goes onto their Instagram page. And because of this, they have an inconsistent lead flow, and they're maybe dealing with marketing agencies who are running ads to their menu-like offer, and they're generating stock photos and tired out promos, something that doesn't even bother to build trust, and that just gets really random results. One month you might get a pretty high ticket treatment, and the other month you're just getting Botox and fillers, and maybe you're not even getting any quality leads. And because you're dealing with a marketing agency and you have this menu-like offer that are generating you random results, you have this lack of control over your clinic. You're not able to forecast, your monthly revenue, your monthly consultations. And because of that, you're just going to be relying on single sessions. You're going to be relying on people who are coming in one time. You're not going to create this consistent revenue flow, this ecosystem where people are coming in and you're increasing the value per client. People are not coming in more than once. People are churning, people are coming in, they're leaving, they're going to the next guy because you're not providing a premium experience enough for them to want to stay, and you're not keeping them inside your ecosystem. Now, because you have this lack of control, you're not able to forecast, you have low profit margins. Single sessions are just going to have your profit margins pretty low. And the fact that, you have a menu-like offer and you're offering all these little treatments, it's not good enough, and you're just going to have really low profit margins, and you're going to be pretty busy, but you're not going to end up scaling. And that's the issue. You're going to have this massive effort to result disparity where, maybe you or your team is really overworked, but you're not actually going anywhere. You're spending hours on consultations, or your team is. You have price shoppers, really low quality leads. Your team is super overloaded, like they're working extra hours, etc. There's so many different things. There's massive effort to result disparity, and you're not going anywhere. And that makes it, because you're spending so much time and you're putting so much effort into the clinic because of this disparity, it makes it really difficult to invest into marketing. This is what I see with a lot of clinics, is that they're struggling with this kind of business model right now. They're in this business model, in this unsustainable business model, and it makes it really difficult to invest into marketing because you have low profit margins. You're super busy, you're super overwhelmed that you don't even want to think about growing the business. You just want to stay afloat. And that really relies on the owner, and the owner is in this chaos, this mode of chaos where they're operating everything and they're trying to control everything, and it makes it super difficult to get anywhere you want to go. And maybe you're not declining, but you probably are stagnating. If you're stagnating, then you have this financial insecurity, and if you're financially insecure, you're going to end up jeopardizing personal relationships at home, because the number one cause for divorce is financial. So if you don't want to get divorced, then I suggest you just keep watching this video. Anyways, so that's the bottom 99%, is that they lack, and they run this kind of business model, this average 9-to-5 like clinic. And the way to get out of this, and what I see a bunch of clinics also do, is that they have this unleveraged marketing process. So they do marketing, maybe they run ads, maybe they create content, work with a marketing agency. Working with a marketing agency was just going to get them in this constant trap, and they're going to never really be able to get out of this loop. And let's say they want to do things themselves. Well, there's so much friction to find the what and the how. And even if they're working with a marketing agency, they actually don't know what the marketing agency is really doing, because there's so much friction to know what they're doing and how they're doing. Because marketing, takes a lot of knowledge. It's not too simple to understand, especially when it comes to growing a business past a certain point, right? And this is kind of what the flow looks like. You hire an agency, you pay them $3,000 per month, they get bad or average results, poor communication because they have so many clients and they're really overwhelmed, and you end up firing them, and then you end up hiring a new one. And that's the continuous cycle that I see a lot of med spas and clinics get stuck in, and they never really end up getting out. And this is how we help our partners get out of this marketing agency trap, is that we actually give them access to a licensed AI growth system that's going to allow them to start to own their marketing in-house with the proven pre-built frameworks that just work in the aesthetic industry. It's proven specific to this industry, and it just works. Now, the second thing is that this industry is a creator and differentiator-led industry. Most of these clinics, most doctors lack the skill to acquire affordable attention, which is basically just leads, and the ability to actually convert these leads, which we're going to get into a little bit later. But when it comes to acquiring affordable attention, is that they're spending so much money on ads, but ads don't actually have to be that expensive if you're actually doing it right. So this is some of the results that we've gotten for some of our partners. We're able to get 3 videos past surpassed 5 million views, which converted to actually 835 leads. $0 spent, is all organic, and 5 hours a week just filming. All he had to do was take his film 30 to 60 seconds per week. We gave him the scripts, the ideation with our AI content agent. We did everything for him, edited. We placed an editor into his business that edited all the videos, and all he had to do was schedule posting. Now, once we did that, we actually moved into ads. We only spent $300 and were able to get 31 high quality leads with a $9 cost per lead. So 835 leads from the organic side. As you see, we were able to convert 10 at the moment. More were being converted through the sales process, but at the moment 10 were won and 10 were converted into actual clients. Now, I don't know about you, but if you want to spend $0 to get 835 leads, or $9 to get 1 lead, or $300 to get 31 leads, I don't know if that sounds a good idea. I don't know how much you're spending right now, but to me, that sounds like a pretty good deal. Now, how we're able to do this, we actually implement a content agent that will scrape the entire aesthetic industry, and it's going to look at the hooks, frameworks, and then it's going to come up with topics. It's going to come up with ideas that are just working right now. It's going to provide you with the scripts and the ideas. So what you have to do is sit down maybe in front of the camera and film basically 30 to 60 seconds of video really, really quickly, a few hours a week, and you're going to be able to see results like this because you're skipping all that trial and error. And also, we have an ads framework with the proven pre-built creatives, copy, headlines that just work in the industry, that have not just copy-paste, not these tired promos that most of the marketing agencies are going to run, but it's actually the creatives that work specific to your company, so people can actually build trust. And this is how easy it is you literally just go on a platform and you click a couple buttons. It's going to generate the ideas and the scripts for you, so all you have to do is really just film. Now, the third thing is that most of the time these clinics just have these low ticket treatments, and the value per client is really, really low. There's low lifetime value, they're price shoppers, they're low quality leads, and they're one and done people. So these are not the people that you want to have within your clinic. You want to actually have clients who value your services, who are going to pay a lot of money upfront and are going to continuously pay you money. And the way we do this is we actually implement an AI sales agent that's going to pre-sell and pre-qualify every single lead that comes in through the funnel that we implement for you. So from the ads, from the content, of an AI sales agent that calls the leads within minutes, that sounds like a human. And we also implement, once they book the consultation, an AI treatment workflow that's going to pre-sell them on the consultation so that they actually show up and that they're pre-sold. So when they come into your clinic, that they're ready to go. And we see a very high closing rate with this as well. Now, the last thing is the offer packaging. Now, we like to focus on premium offer packaging. So in a full entire transformation, instead of just offering these technical terms, Botox, filler, and everything like that, it's too technical, it's too confusing. People like to have a transformation. If you can promise them or basically guarantee that what you're gonna do is gonna get them from A to B, they're gonna be more likely to spend a lot of money with you. So we wanna be very, we wanna step back from being treatment focused and these low ticket clients and having thin margins. We want to offer a premium package that's going to transform a person's life. And we do this through our offer creation framework. And we have bonus stacks that add on top of your main offer that are just going to sell people onto a membership, or they're going to upsell them onto different at-home regimens. We have an entire framework that will build out your offer for you. Now, doing all this and implementing all these models into your clinic will allow you to get to your future state where you have this brand authority, this expertise, where you can get a consistent lead flow because your ads are consistently converting. You're creating market-informed content, which allows people to trust you because it's based off local demand data. Like I mentioned, we have an AI agent that's going to scrape the entire industry and gather data for you to create the creatives and the content and the topics that are converting right now, that are trending right now. And we're also going to have structured loyalty. So there's no more one and done low ticket clients who don't trust your services. You're going to have people who are being consistently converted into lifetime value workflows. Lifetime value workflows are being sold onto memberships or upsells or anything that gets them to spend more money with you. We're offering them continuous value. And also educational funnels, so they get implemented into your ecosystem. And if they're unqualified, the AI sales agent is actually going to get them into the community. It's going to offer them to join the free community where they can become educated clients, and educated clients are so much better than people that come in from ads. They're going to be more likely to spend more money with you. And you get that exclusivity because these are people who trust you. They're not going to go to your competitors unless they spend, a few $100s with you, or they're onto a subscription or a membership. They're not going to really go anywhere, and they're going to stay with you almost forever. And you get full oversight. You get to be able to delegate this process instead of dealing with a marketing agency, you get to delegate it to a system, to AI that's going to be able to take the entire marketing process that is working in the industry right now, and it's going to leverage it, and it's going to require you a predictable flow of consultations. We're also going to place an expert media buyer and editor into your business if you need, and it's an in-house process that gives you that exclusivity because it's basically unable to be replicated, and no one can just steal this process. It's exclusive to you because it's your leads, it's your ecosystem, it's your leads that are in your funnel that just trust you. And you're gonna have so much social proof because of the results that you're getting with this premium transformation package that we're gonna build out for you, because of the content that you're posting, because of the trust that you're building. And we're also going to implement a review collection workflow where once people fulfill a service or a membership, we're going to just send out reviews that's going to send them to your Google, or it's going to offer them maybe a discount to come in and actually do a testimonial. These video testimonials work really good for ads, and they work really good for just posting them on your social media organically. So as you can see, we're basically creating an ecosystem where, once you provide a premium experience, well, you're going to offer them something enticing to then come in for a testimonial that's going to in turn acquire you more patients. It's basically just a flywheel of more consultations. Now, this is a multi-stage growth process. This is how we look at growing our clinics. Is that you get this consultation flow with this predictable framework, this blueprint that's not a marketing agency, that works inside your business. And then from there, you go into licensing model. So you license this model and you can sell it to other clinics in the space. And this will allow you to get to financial abundance because it really just works. There's no more communicating with marketing agencies and worrying, what they're doing. Is it even going to work? Or, trying to stress about how many consultations you're getting this month. It's predictable, it works, and you no longer have to stress. Now, this is kind of what the current state of the market looks like, is that most med spas are not really doing too well when it comes to their marketing and the consultation flow, like I mentioned right here. Now, if you want to get out of that trap, this is the creator model flywheel, and it'll allow you to get to $100,000 to $500,000 per month pretty effortlessly because you have an internal system that's acquiring you predictable consultations. So you're solving basically every single obstacle in your business faster and more and with less effort. So you have a no-brainer offer with leverage acquisition. So once you have this no-brainer offer, that's the premium transformation package, and you have acquisition that is leveraging AI to convert these leads into consultations, then you're going to get a predictable lead flow. It's inevitable. And then from there, you can then afford to invest into talent, expanding, or anything that you want to do. And you're going to get really good results. You don't need an agency, and you can afford better attention with new testimonials. So you can start investing more into ads because you're going to get new testimonials that you can then post as ads, or you can then post on your content page. It really is a flywheel that works for itself. Now, this is the current state of the market. This is what people are posting when it comes to ads. As you can see, they're pretty static, outdated ads, boring ads. There's no one really here building any trust, and these might get leads, but they're super low quality leads. The price shoppers, no one that you really wants to deal with. So there's an opportunity for you to actually stand out, and I advise you, whether you decide to work with us or not, to start creating ads that allow you to stand out and to build trust and to dominate the local market. Now, this is our Aesthetic OS. This is exactly how it works. I'm going to get into complete detail of how the system works for our clinics and our partners, allowing them to acquire 12 premium procedures in only 12 weeks. So I don't want to go through that right now. I want to go through this process that I mentioned right here. Now, the licensed AI growth system, the creator and differentiator-led industry, increasing the client value, and the premium offer. So the licensed AI growth system works like this. So the first thing that we do is we have that back-end AI acquisition that I was mentioning. So we have the content agent, we have the ads framework that are just going to acquire you a predictable lead flow, predictable traffic flow that are going to increase your perceived value and your expertise, and that will get you that predictable traffic that you need onto your page and into your ecosystem and from the ads as well. Now, once you actually get these leads, we actually send them to a complete funnel right here that's going to basically either send them directly to an offer or a community opt-in. Now, when it comes to the direct offer, it's the fastest way to start acquiring consultations, but these people are going to be a little bit less, I wouldn't necessarily say unqualified, but they're going to be a colder audience because they're not going to trust you at first. But it can be a great way to start getting clients pretty fast and to get people into your ecosystem. Now, and when it comes to the community opt-in, this is a little bit of a slower process, but what it does is it actually will increase the value per consultation and get people to spend a lot more money on you, money with you. And then from there, once people opt in, we have our appointment setting framework where our AI sales agent is then going to determine if they're qualified or unqualified. If they're qualified, then it's going to trigger a pre-consultation workflow, get them into a pre-consultation workflow, make sure they show up, provide them with value. And if they're unqualified, then it's going to trigger the downsell agent that's actually going to put them into a 12 email sequence where it's going to have CTAs to join the community or to rebook the consultation if they're once they're qualified. And now this is kind of how it works. So once the lead comes in, we have an AI agent that is responsible specifically for the qualification education process. So it determines if they're qualified or unqualified. If they're qualified, great, then it's going to trigger the appointment setting process and it's going to book the consultation. If they're unqualified, then it's going to give them a CTA to join the community and get them within your email sequence. Once the appointment is booked, then it's going to make sure they show up. That's the before last AI agent, and then the AI agent that's responsible for if they no-show, then it's going to be responsible for the rebooking process and getting them to book again. So that is the conversion mechanism. When any single lead kind of goes into your ecosystem, whether it be through the content or the ads, they both tie back in to the sales agent in the same conversion mechanism. Now, when it comes to the ad, what we're going to do for you is we're going to create the campaigns for you, create the scripts, copy and headlines with the proven frameworks that work, the plug and play creatives, the offer templates. We're going to build out your funnel, so create your landing page, have the direct offer, and build out your community. And also the appointment setting framework where you have a multi-channel AI agent, whether people text or call. It's going to call people, the leads that opt in right away. It's going to call them within 2 minutes on SMS, WhatsApp, or voice agent. And then it's also going to, once it sets the consultation, it's going to have those nurturing workflows of pre-consultation, or if they didn't end up booking a consultation, then it's going to, if they didn't end up booking a consultation, but they're qualified, then it's going to it's going to send out, messages, or it's going to send out emails to convert them onto a consultation. And once you get consultations, we actually provide you with our consultative sales process that allows you to convert over 75% of all consultations. Now, that was the ads framework. Now, when it comes to the content agent, this is kind of how it works in a little bit more detail. I know I went through it a little bit right here about the platform where you just plug in a couple buttons and it works, but this is how it works on the back end because I want to give you full insight. So it's based off creating assets, analyzing the market, and the virality, because you need to end up to go viral to actually gather predictable attention. So it looks at industry viral content on YouTube, Instagram, and ads. And then from there, the agent will then look at the highest views to sub ratio, the number of plays within a certain video, a certain reel, and the number of days a certain campaign has been active. And then it's going to analyze all these different metrics, and it's going to come up with a pattern recognition. It's going to come up with a strategy to then create assets that will allow you to post content or create creatives, and it's going to give you the entire framework or the scripts that you can literally just plug and play. And then once this agent acquires this data from the market, it's then going to compare it to our internal data bank of over 150 viral topics that we've taken from some of our partners, some of our clients that have just worked in the industry, that have seen really, really high success and have gotten millions of views. And then we take this, we find insights and mechanisms, and then we start to create the assets, and we create, the ads, the creatives, ad copy, funnel copy, long form, 5 pieces of long form per use, and then, the short form as well. So you're never really going to run out of ideas, and it's super simple to start to, kind of understand this process. It's not like it takes, a month on end to kind of figure out how this works. It's literally just a few clicks, figure out how it works. The AI will figure out the ideas, the creatives, the ad copy, the funnel copy, everything that you need to start acquiring predictable lead flow. It's going to figure out that, and then it's going to send it to a conversion mechanism once you start acquiring the leads. So once you acquire this predictable lead flow from people who are willing to pay for your premium offer package, then we start to look into converting these people into consultations with the AI sales agent, and then you're going to get such a predictable flow of quality consultations that you're going to be converting them with ease because they're already pre-sold. And when you look into that, we then want to look into, okay, so we've gotten the leads, we've gotten the appointments, we've gotten the clients. We then want to look into ascension. And this is exactly how we get to ascend your clinic instead of of just plateauing it at a consultation relying clinic. So we mentioned all these things when it comes to paid traffic, organic traffic, how we can convert these leads into consultations. Great. So we get them either into the community if they're unqualified, or we get them into a consultation if they're qualified. Now, how do we actually get these people back into the clinic? Well, we have a re-engagement pipeline that's going to re-engage people who either no-show or cold leads or a one-time purchaser. It's going to trigger an SMS and email campaign. It's going to either give them a promo, a new treatment, anything that is going to offer them free value, something that's continuous value that's going to want to get them, entice them to get them back into the clinic. So for example, this is the Apple method. Apple creates new iPhones every single year and new MacBooks, and every single time the returning customers keep coming back to buy because it's a status point. It's more of a status than actually just purchasing a new piece of tech that they actually need. So once you do that, you have to get a consultation that's booked. You trigger the pre-consultation workflow. If not, then we add them to a cold lead database, which eventually we will re-engage them once again. So once they actually convert or they complete a appointment to consultation, not an appointment, actually that you fulfill on a service or the procedure, and then we actually solicit for a SMS review and entice them with an offer. We get great reviews, great. We repost up to the Instagram website, and we actually can use them as creatives. And we want to invite the best case studies into the clinic. We can offer them a free membership, whatever you want to do. We kind of determine that at the moment, whether we want to offer them just an offer or a free membership. That is completely up to the clinic. We leave that at Excelli.io. We leave that up to our partners, what they want to offer for free, because most of the time you don't really have to offer too much, because most of the time when you provide a premium experience, people want to come in and help you as much as they can. But if we get a negative review, then it's going to trigger an internal customer service sequence where it's going to ask them, okay, exactly what went wrong, what didn't you like, and that's going to try to solve the negative review and turn it into a positive one. Now, after that, then it's going to solicit one more time and add them also to the email sequence to continuously nurture them and educate them on your process. And during that email sequence, well, the upsell and cross-sell pipeline is going to become triggered. It's going to trigger different treatments, different offers that you can offer them, maybe cross sells or upsells. And if they're a cold lead, then we're going to re-engage them. And if they're interested, great. Then we're going to book the consultation and we're increasing the lifetime value instead of just leaving them. Like most clinics will just leave these cold leads in a completely unknown database, unbeknownst to them, and just never even touch them ever again. But cold leads are some of the best leads out there. Someone who has purchased from you one time is some of the best leads because they've already proven that they want to spend money with you. So what's stopping them from spending more money? But if they don't want to buy into any different treatments or upsell or cross-sell, then we're going to send them to, again, a cold lead database, or we're going to follow up with them long term. Now, once people book they complete an appointment or not a consultation, but you fulfill on a service, not only do they get sent through this entire process of the re-engagement if they don't show up, or the reputation management where they create reviews and you create this basically this internal flywheel of acquiring you new patients, or they get upsold or cross-sold onto different treatments. Well, we actually offer them a membership as well. Sorry. We also send them out on a membership pipeline where if they purchase a membership, great, then they get sent through this entire membership sequence where they enter information, they book their first membership consultation, and we build this membership throughout the onboarding process. So it's ready to go basically as you start, as you become a partner with us. And you can also offer memberships in person, and they're super effective. And you can also maybe even put pamphlets in the waiting room for people who want to just browse while they're waiting. Now, this is kind of what it looks like. And this is why we have this entire ecosystem of pipelines, of workflows that just create more of a system rather than just bringing in leads, clients, one and dones, people who don't buy from you long term. We'll look at it like this, all right? So you're running Facebook ads. You get to have a $75 cost per consultation, meaning you're spending $75 to get one consultation. Prospect A pays $200 for a lip filler, but they're an uneducated lead, meaning they come directly from Facebook ads and they just convert basically right away. They're uneducated, they're cold, and all they do is spend $200. the lifetime value for that client is $200 because they're one and done, right? They don't spend more money with you. They never end up coming back because they just wanted, let's say, lip fillers really fast, really quickly. As prospect B, on the other hand, comes in through Facebook ads, similar to this, to prospect A, same thing. You have a $75 cost per consultation. It's the same thing, comes from the exact Facebook ads. But instead of just spending $200 on lip filler, they actually purchase a $150 per month membership. And they end up staying for only 9 months. And 9 months is actually underselling it. Most of the time, they kind of stay for a lot longer. And this is only a $150 membership. Most of our clients and partners are charging upwards of $300 per month for a membership. But this is just how it works. Their lifetime value is $1,500 because if they use times 150, stay for 9 months, it's $1,500. Now you're profiting on the lip filler. On prospect A, you're only profiting $125 because the lifetime value is $200 and you're spending $75 to acquire this client. On the other hand, you're spending the same amount, cost per consultation, you're spending the same amount to acquire the same type of prospect. Instead, you're profiting almost $1,500 because of this one simple implementation of selling them on to a membership, increasing their lifetime value. And as you look at this, it's a 12x increase in profit for one client. Let's say you do this for multiple clients. You see a 12x difference between 12x increase from prospect A from prospect B. And if you're doing this for multiple clients per month, you could see how valuable just increasing the lifetime value per client is and getting them onto a membership. And this is why we implement all these systems, all these workflows, this entire ecosystem for our partners and our clients. Because without these automations in place, you're going to be doing everything manually, and it's a lot of work, and eventually you're going to become burnt out. So it's the same ads, same initial procedure. A customer's value is determined by how many times they're going to end up buying from you. The less you spend to acquire and the more money each customer spends, the more money you make. And this is what determines, this is what separates really the bottom 1% or maybe the bottom 10% of clinics and med spas who are making maybe 20 to 50K per month from those who are making upwards of $200,000 per month, because you're going to be making so much more money by returning clients. You're going to see half of the clients that you get are going to be half of your monthly revenue. Once you get to that point, it's going to be returning clients. And most businesses have memberships or loyalty programs. If you think of airlines, Starbucks, or credit cards, they all have loyalty programs because it's a status point. And you can even do this. You can implement loyalty programs into your clinic, and it works really, really well. So now, if you book your roadmap. Now, if this sounds like something that can be implemented into your clinic and you think it's possible to start owning your marketing with a predictable, proven, pre-built framework that just works, instead of working with a marketing agency, you have the winning AI infrastructure that is built as a foundation for acquiring consistent consultations, then stick with me because I want to offer you something. If you book your roadmap call right now, where we're going to go through a step-by-step process on how this can be applied to your clinic, we're going to give you 2 free AI ad creatives to test yourself before you even hop onto the call. We're going to offer you 3 free AI lead gen guides that we've built for our clients and for people who want to start looking into owning their own marketing with our AI infrastructures. So we're going to give you entire full breakdowns, pages on pages, 17 pages, an entire breakdown on how over explaining. So if you book your free roadmap call now, what we're going to do is, before you even hop onto the call, we're going to give you 2 free AI ad creatives to test yourself, 3 free AI lead gen guides. You're also going to be able to role play with our AI appointment setter targeted specifically to your business. So it's going to say your business name, it's going to say your name. You can ask any question you want, and you get to role play with it before you even decide if you want to work with us. We're also going to give you a step-by-step roadmap on how this works. Now, this is the monthly action plan that we roll out for our clients. So month number 1 is we need to onboard you. We need to collect data from you guys. So this is the monthly action steps that we roll out for each of our partners at Axley.io. So number 1 is we onboard you, we collect the data from you, numbers, meta info, identify any bottlenecks. We create and integrate the AI agents on the voice and the WhatsApp side. We get you set up with our CRM and the landing pages and the workflows. We set up your ad account. We also make sure that all of your your socials are kind of dialed in and they're at the authority building phase and they're all kind of aligned with each other. So we set up your TikTok and Instagram and your custom GPT that's going to be the foundation of creating the scripts and the ideation for the content. We're also going to collect metrics for the ad and content goals, something that will determine, your success, something that you would be happy with. And then we launch out the ad and content system so you could start acquiring leads. Most of our clients see success within the first 7 days. Now, month 2, this is when we start to get into the good stuff. We're actually going to start to test the ads and all the content, figure out what's actually working and double down on that. We're going to collect data from the content topics that are working. We're going to actually end up launching your community in month 2 so you can start increasing the value per consultation, because you're going to start after month 1, get a consistent flow of good consultations. We now want to increase the value per consultation, get people to spend twice as much more money. We're going to create more ad creatives and spend more money on ads because you're going to get the consistent consultations. You're going to get more money in, so might as well put it back into the business as well. You're going to increase content consistency, so you're going to be posting more. If you need help with this, then we can actually place a qualified expert film videographer into your business and an editor who's going to do all this work basically for you, so you can really be seen as the expert. And then we're going to collect all the pipeline data. So, what is the biggest bottleneck within the pipeline? Is it the closing? Is it the appointment setting rate? What is the cost per book consultation? We're going to collect all this data and we're going to figure out how we can optimize it the best of our abilities. We're then going to launch the ad and content system once again with all these new implementations. Now, month 3, the last month, we're going to double down on the effective systems that I mentioned all the way here. So if the membership pipeline is working really, really well, we're going to try to push that a little bit more. If the re-engagement is working really, really well, we're going to try to push that as well. We're going to consistently grow the content and lead database, so you're going to be acquiring more followers, being seen as more of an expert. And we're going to start implementing the Ascension model. So really start dialing in on increasing the lifetime value per customer instead of relatively solely focused on consultations. And we're going to start to service a lot and provide a premium experience for our returning customers. From there, we're going to scale more ads to spend more money into ads, uncover more constraints in the business, whether it's a bottleneck when it comes to, maybe labor or you need more equipment, more machines and more chairs, whatever it is, we're going to scale to that next point and we're going to help you get there. And from there, we want to remove you from operations, from the sales process, to have everything working like a machine. And then we're also going to hire additional talent. Like I mentioned, if there needs to be a videographer or if you need to hire more practitioners, then we can also help you do that as well. So as you can see, it's an entire 90-day process implementation plan that's going to be built into your business, and we're with you with every step of the way. So you're not confused. It takes literally no effort on your end to be able to understand the system, because all you have to do is follow the step-by-step process and you're going to be able to see results. Now, if you partner with us right now, not only will you build the entire Aesthetic OS for you, so this entire system that I just went through, but we're also going to fly to your city at our own expense to film your high quality ads and modules. So modules meaning that we're going to film out your content and film high quality ads. So we're going to film out 5 creatives for you and 5 pieces of content that you could also just kind of use synonymously. You can use either for content or you can use for ads. It's up to you. You can even use them for both. But that's one thing we're going to do. Number 2 is we're going to run your ads for free for 1 month. So this entire 90-day program is that we're going to run your ads free for So if you're ready to just start right now and you want to partner with us and you think this could work for your clinic, not only will we build the entire Aesthetic OS for you, but we're also going to fly to your city at our own expense to film 5 quality ads and content for you. We have expert videographers and editors who are really great at getting the process done and making you, positioning you as the expert in the industry. Number 2 is we're going to run your ads for free for 3 months. And usually the system we implement to to our clients' clinic, and they're responsible for actually running the ads themselves. But if you partner with us right now, we actually are running offer where we're going to run your ads for free for 3 months. We have media buyers and experts are running Facebook ads who are managing thousands of dollars in the aesthetic industry per month. We're going to also optimize your content for free. So we're going to look at bottlenecks and really get you viral so you can be seen as the expert doctor or practitioner or whatever you are in your specific, within your specific procedure. We're also going to give you access to a $3 an hour fulfillment partner and manage them for you. So they're going to run your community. They're going to deal with converting everybody within your community. And you're going to see for only $3 an hour how well they're able to convert these high quality clients. And we're also going to implement everything that I just mentioned right here for you. Usually we give you the systems, the playbooks, and we show you how to implement it. But you're going to be one of the last people to actually get the implementation done for you. So if that sounds good, if you want to book your free roadmap call down below and you want to get all these free things, you want to see how this could potentially work for your clinic, then just click the button down below and hope to see you on the other side.